Hello again, we're back looking at the applicator, and in this video, as promised, I'm going to go through some subtle nuances and additions to the newest edition of the applicator. The interesting thing first of all is that it's worth noting that these additions to the applicator were based on feedback from clients and people who've used the applicator that we really needed to add this to the unit. So in advance of anybody who may have fed these things back to us, thank you initially for doing so. We think that it's definitely improved the product, and as you see when I demonstrate these great little features, they definitely do add something to it. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the QuickMedia mode, and what this basically enables you to do is to use the iPad as normal whichever way you've set it up. So for the sake of this demonstration, I've set it up with two switches in manual scanning mode, and you can use it as normal, navigating around the different apps, but at any point you can access the music that you have through any music app within the iPad. Now the way that we've done that and added that to the applicator is the 4 ports and the 4 switches plugged into those ports have default settings within the QuickMedia mode that do not interfere with how you use your switches within the iPad. So I obviously have the red switch set up as tap and the yellow switch set up as scanning, move to next item. The switch in port 1 is play or pause in QuickMedia mode. The switch in port 2 is skip forward in QuickMedia mode. If there's a switch in switch 3, it's skip backwards in QuickMedia mode. And number 4 is timed play if you want to offer someone a reinforcement or reward of 10 seconds, it's automatically 10 seconds timed play. So all of these will happen without interfering with the normal functions of the switches. And I'll show you that now. So I have been playing a song on Spotify. It's set in the background as it happens to do so with the iPad. And I'll turn switch control on so that we can use the iPad as normal. And you'll see that I can scan around and I can go into different apps such as notes. But at any point, if I hold down this button here, which is the keyboard but also has a musical note underneath it, the green light lights up to show that it's in QuickMedia mode. And if I was to press play, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, that's the song that we have playing in the background. Now, as I say, you can carry on using it as normal and use the device as normal as you would. You can skip it forward to a different song and pause it again. And then at any point, if you just want to come out of that mode, your settings are still set up to scan along and carry on using your iPad as normal. The other really quick addition that I can show you with this device is the pop-up keyboard button. So what we found is that some apps would recognise the applicator as a keyboard, therefore you go into the app and the keyboard wouldn't appear straight away in the traditional sense. So we added it as a button on here to override that, so that if the keyboard for whatever reason in whatever app you require doesn't pop up, you simply just need to press the keyboard button. And it's this one here that we just used to hold down for the QuickMedia access. You just press it once for this, and I'll demonstrate that now. I'll scan to the Notes app again, and obviously because it's the Notes app you get the keyboard up anyway, so I'll hide that keyboard so it's not there. And if we want that coming back up, so for whatever reason the keypad didn't appear, or you're in an app where the keyboard didn't automatically come up, pressing it once and you get the keyboard back up. And then the final little addition that we want to show you today is the standby mode. So a lot of the feedback we got from our NHS clients and people that we work with, where they take the applicator from one place to the next and work with several people using the applicator, was that they would put it in a bag and it would still be on, and the buttons would be pressed when it's rummaging around in the bag, and they would change their settings and they'd have to reset it when they get back, they'd have to reset it back up when they get to the next client, etc, etc. So what we added was a standby mode, a mode where it would go into sleep, so to speak, and everything that was set up prior to it going to sleep would stay the same. So to evidence that, I'm going to show you it in the Bluetooth menu having gone off. So if we just go to the Bluetooth menu there, we're still connected, and this sort of standby button here on the right, if I was to hold that down the 4 LEDs come up at the top to show that it's powering down, and what we should see is that it's no longer connected in the Bluetooth menu. So that's the applicator off. Now, I've left switch control on purpose because what I want to show here is turning it back on. It should automatically connect straight back up to Bluetooth as its recognised device, and it should have the settings that we previously left in, which were move to next item, scanning around, and select. So let's try that now. You get the whirling LED while the Bluetooth connects. It connects quickly because it remembers it straight away. And hopefully the switch control should come straight back on and we can scan around the app. And there we go. If I hold that down, we're back home. So that's the lovely little additions, the nuances, the extra things that we have added to the previous applicator, and hopefully you'll see that that's offering a big improvement to the previous model. Thank you.